Oh hey, you like my thing, huh? See what it is actually is I went and I found most of it's the Wheel of the Year. There was a chaos thing I charged in the middle of it, but now I use that as sort of a place setting for when I have to use Voodoo for something. I don't have to use Voodoo, like I don't need the dolls. Plus my dolls they're busy. Never mind what I did with them, but they're not coming back. The dolls, that is. They're gone now, essentially. I would never show anyone what I've done with those things. But I mean, I still have the rest of it, and that's what went in the middle, though. That's what is important here, is the Chaos Sigil. It's great. So now, in honor of my Twitter fans, I'm going to go and rub on this thing a bit. It's kind of tingly when I do it, I'm not going to lie here.
From the day we arrive on the planet.
Oh, the stingy wall thing. You're so good to rub, but you kind of make my skin shake.
Into the sun.
I'm so glad I never opened you. I don't know what the
There's
fuck is
more
on the other
to
side.
see than can ever be seen.
Oh, yes.
More to do than
sexy.
can ever
Oh,
be
God, yes, wall
done.
thing. You my bae.
There's far too much to take in here.
I'm good. I'm done with that now. I tried to make this video with Twitch, but they heard the Lion King in the background, so you can't have that kind of shit. I'm just gonna never essentially use them for anything but playing Dota, which is what they deserve. I hope they enjoy not being used by people that like having speakers in their house. So that's going to be exciting. What's going to happen here, I'm sorry I'm rambling, but I'm not sorry I'm rambling, is that the people that are like that are going to find themselves, they're just going to find that there's not a whole lot of people that'll just sit there without speakers, I mean, they're out there, but I don't think they're going to be out there like these people are assuming, like the copy. And also, what was happening, all the bands that take their music down from YouTube are just gone from YouTube. No one gives a fuck. Like, you think anybody listens to fucking Prince? They don't. I mean, I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure I'll hear from them. But no one listens to fucking Prince, Nobody gives a fuck, ever. And they never will again, because he took his shit off YouTube, What it's going to do is make indie artists and people that are cool come out on the top of the internet, while the rest of the fucking old guard crumbles to death, essentially. Hopefully they hit the sidewalk really, really hard on the way down for our amusement. I really hope someone gets it on camera. Anyway, let me see if I can get this piece of shit over here. My tech is slightly janky these days. Oh my, I do kind of look like the Oz man. I do apologize for my eyes being like this. I'm not sure what the fuck. It's probably all this. I was looking at all those fucking spells earlier. Just, alter states of mind, trances and stuff. It's kind of par for the course. Let me see if I can get this thing. You can't really see it, so you see that moon thing at the top? It's part of the symbolism. On the left side is everywhere I found the moon goddess, and on the right side is everywhere I found the god of the Wiccans, or whatever you want to call them, right? Like, I found these two deities over and over and over and over again, and I chased them throughout time, and I found everything I could about them. So that's how that happened, There's some other things up here. Probably can't see. Let me try again. A little mushroom. That right there is Capricorn. Capricorn. If that's what you want to call them. Don't say these names. Because some of them, that name right there, can you see where I'm pointing? Yeah, don't say that shit. I don't know if you can, but if you do, something weird is going to show up in your house with it's not a thunder, but that's old. I don't think that was wrong about that one. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. One bit. I don't know who the fuck that was. I mean, he wasn't unhappy to see me. So that was good. Also, I'm always posting that, I don't want to say it right, because if I do, he'll show up again. We're cool now, but he was a Gnostic proto-god for what I could make of it all. He's alright, he's just a little rough around the edges. This is how people were back then, They didn't have time for all this flowery shit, and, they weren't fucking drawing pictures of stuff. I don't know what the fuck they were doing with it. It certainly wasn't very smooth, It wasn't very smooth. At least they weren't flogging themselves, though. Well, the people that did that weren't. But abracadabra is not how you say that word, and that's why I post that picture a lot, because if you say that, it's still out there, all the stuff's still out there, I seem to be natural. What was it the gypsy told me, or she just called me a conjurer? Apparently I just summon things on accident if I don't watch my shit, basically, which, can be awfully awkward at times. And I've had to learn the difference between when I've called something, like, it works on witches, too, like, no one's, I told people a while ago that really no one's, I can find anyone, essentially, right? It's because of that, but I also, accidentally, sometimes I'll call people, like, I don't try to fight all these other fucking people that may have disagreements with me and my little free-spirited ass out here doing my thing with my swagger. Because, God forbid there ever be a witch with swagger. Can't have that, can we? Sometimes they'll come and try to, do all kinds of shit. Who knows? Who fucking knows? It just, unless you're around the boring ones, you just never know. It's like art for the rest of us that aren't dusty pieces of shit. So, there's that. That's always fun. But, I had to realize the difference between when they were coming to me and when I had accidentally connected it from my side, because I can't just, I can't have accidents, not the way I am now, I mean, I can undo some things and I can smooth things over here and there, and there's some things I can do more than you would probably be comfortable with. But there are some limits, like, a rock's still probably going to be pretty fucking hard to make a rock at the end of the day. Might end up in Minnesota instead, but hey, it's still going to be a fucking rock. That's all that, and that's my dope ass wall mural. You want to see this? This is the secret, and it's what all these people are rambling about. Let me see if I can find it. You can only see if you do not look. And that is why all the years I spent kind of Tibetan apparently came in super handy. Oops, sorry. That's why I'm always rambling. It's the lust for results, all of it. It's just the same thing they're saying over and over and over again. It's in all these stupid books. I think it's what, the original Christians were onto before they, God only knows what the fuck happened to them. Something happened, though. So, now they're all pretty much fucking deranged, which is what happens when you shuck all responsibility for your actions on the boogeyman and try to set anyone on fire that makes you think. Won't be missed. So, that's exciting. And, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I just wanted to show you guys that. There's other stuff I'd like to show you, but again, it has gotten super ghetto in here, and I haven't bought it. I'm not in the position to upgrade my tech right now. Between the people I'm trying to help and, relocating and all this fucking, I'm trying to save a species of plant, for fuck's sake, like myself, that's my OP, fucking new fags, that's my OP. Your old fucking Papa Jippo grew the fuck up into a real gypsy, and now he's trying to save species from extinction and carry it around with him. Where the fuck he ends up. Should be here, though, because I got the juice. I mean, I should be able to hold off some rather dreary things from hitting this place, if I'm right. I'd rather not find out. I'm not judging from my fucking fate line. I will not have a choice. I mean, I obviously have a choice. Obviously, I of all people have a choice in the matter. But, there's some things I'm just going to fucking do on down here. Plus, I'm probably not coming back down here ever again, guys. And I think there's a lot of us that we're just done with this place. But, the good news is, this is a point in history, or a nexus, if you would, that pretty much determines the fate of mankind for at least the next couple thousand years. Probably, there's probably a period after that. Now, there's points in history. It is a little bit like Doctor Who. I'm not going to lie. There's points in history where fate's just all balled up at one point, It's like if 35 roads intersected at one point. And then, but instead of that, it goes down a different kind of, dimension. Alright, don't be all like, oh, you stupid trippy hippie. No, I mean like the math term, dumbasses. A different fucking vector out of that spot. They're in a different plane, continuing on after that point. But that doesn't mean that any of those 30 or so paths that intersect at that point are any less valid until one of them, I guess, kind of gains influence or something. I'm not really sure myself with some of the stuff. I kind of have more of a practical sort of knowledge than theoretical and all that, because I saw what happened to the people that were all sitting around trying to figure out, what's my soul, man? What's the universe made of, man? I'm just going to sit here until there's nothing left on the planet, man, okay? So that's never going to be me. I was like, does this shit work? Because I was an atheist, I started off this shit as a fucking bitter atheist after growing up in essentially a Christian cult. And then did their damn best to make sure I didn't end up mysteriously Tibetan for no apparent reason. Didn't work. Thank gods. Left me a little bitter there for a minute, guys. Not gonna lie. I had to spend a lot of time sitting under a fucking tree to work that out. But, eventually I did. But, when I started dabbling, I didn't believe in anything at all, you know. I wasn't even agnostic. I was a horrible, bitter atheist. One of the Reddit, the fedora people. But I would never wear a fucking fedora. Jesus Christ. Just let it go. Just let it go. Just say no, kids. Just say no in bad fashion. But, you know. Plus, it makes your fat people with fedoras. It looks nasty, guys. It makes your hair nasty. I mean, I'm sure you can find a woman that's down with that, but, you know, they're gonna wish you just took the fedora off and just left it at that. Alright, I'm gonna cut this off, not because I'm tired of rambling, but because YouTube takes forever to upload any videos. And since everything else that I have access to is just festering shit, looks like this is how I'm gonna upload things for now. Eventually, I mean, I do have an account with my, where's my working name? Sorry, it's hard to do this in reverse. I do have an account with my working name, but you know, I'm also really fucking busy right now. And, you know, I cast more spells a day than most people do in their fucking lives, I think. Now, that's always fun. But, you know, the good news is, it works. And if you're not a coward, or a piece of shit, and do the groundwork beforehand to make sure you avoid certain pitfalls that I will not tell you about. But, you know, there's too many of them. But, you know, if you do it right, and stay on the straight and narrow, as it is said, then, you won't fall off. And, you know, from my point of view, falling off down is just as bad as falling off up after all those bullshit I've seen from these people down here. So that's exciting. And that's all I had to say about that. And I do enjoy wearing this hoodie. I'll probably wear them when I make videos now. Because I'm not going to lie, I really don't wear that white outfit very often. And by that I mean, I wear it on Halloween sometimes. The rest of the time, I look like a spooky gypsy witch, essentially. Like, I mean, you see the picture I took, right? You know, I just, you know, literally can't wear that necklace all the time. It's too strong. Like, it's instant, you know, if you know what I'm saying here. Like, there's no, like, in between, like, you know, when I'm thinking something and when it happens, when I have the necklace on from the looks of it. Like, I don't experiment often with it because I'll go power mad quickly. But, you know, seems to be the case. So, usually I just leave that thing off. I think, and I don't know, because everyone I've ever found was either, shall we say, less than forthcoming with information because they want you to pay them and stuff like, you know, says the freelancing gypsy. But, you know, I mean, obviously I do a little work here and there on the side and don't mind rambling. And the difference here between me and some of the older people is, you know, I realized that the only mysteries they'll be keeping from people, well, essentially, they'll be keeping them from the fucking jellyfish and cockroaches so they don't get off their stupid old asses. And they're not going to, because they're too busy fucking worshipping goddamn jung to, you know, ever you know, have any other thoughts. That's what it is. They've caged themselves in, and it makes them mad, because there's no way out, because they're stupid. It's the only thing keeping them in the cage is themselves. But, you know, they'll never leave it, and they'll try to drag you in. Same with the mud people. They want to drag you into the mud. You just, you know, gotta fling them and let them go. You know? The badder they are, the more of a little tap you gotta give them. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't come up as often as you would think these days. I mean, for me anyway. God help all of you. But, you know, it doesn't come up very often for me. Also, though, you know, I am rather loud at times. So, that's the thing. But, you know, at the same time, I think it's sort of my job to be sort of loud in this time. So, I mean, it seems to be why I'm down here. It certainly wasn't because I wanted a pleasant fucking vacation. That's for sure. So, anyway, that's all that. That's my spooky wall. It's super great. Spooky kids forever. Yes. But, you know, also, you know, just because you're a little spooky doesn't mean that, you know, you're not equally or more so of the light, you know. Like, I don't use dark magic very often. It's ineffective. I mean, it works, you know, but, you know, it interferes with things I'm doing, and also there's other types of magic that are, shall we say, more predictable. And, you know, also don't have that sweet taste of sin, or whatever you want to call it, with them. It's not sin, but, you know, that's from some old book I read, actually, from, I don't know, some Christian author, something about a sin dragon, I don't know. You can tell, though, even reading that it's just all a bunch of fear, you know, all a bunch of fucking fear. They want you to be afraid, They want to make sure you never have a single fucking thought, because then you might be a problem. Can't have that, can we? Who's gonna burn the earth down if people are causing problems, you know? Might be a snail or two left in 20 years. God forbid. God forbid. Anyway, that's my happy little rant. Fuck only knows what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I'm sure I'll be around. What was it? Keep your spirits up, right? He knows that, if he hears that. He won't, though. But y'all know I love some Billy Brujo. Probably a little too much. Anyway, that's enough of that. Good luck.